All right, you guys, so I wanted to start doing some team devotionals. And basically what these are about they're about some personal development. And I think it's really, really good to do personal development on your own and do these mantras and, read these personal development books. It's super important for your business. But I'm realizing how important it is to have a group, like all of us going through the same things and thinking the same way and trying to build each other up and be successful in this business. So I wanted to kind of gather a group together. I'm going to bring up a couple of topics, and what I'm going to ask for is just some interaction with what I say. So maybe I'll ask a question and just see what you guys think, and let me know what you think. We'll kind of have a little bit of a discussion, and and kind of work together and see how. Today we're going to be talking about what makes you happy. It seems super like a broad topic. We're going to talk about what makes you happy in your life, and then with your business. We're going to kind of also incorporate that with our businesses. So I'm actually going to screen share. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Okay. I think all of you can see that, right? I hope. Okay, can you see that? Thumbs up, yes. Okay. Okay, well, I'm assuming you can. All you guys froze. Okay, so I'm just going to read this and just think about this for a minute. You can't control everything that happens around you. Neither should you run away from problems in your life. What you can control is your attitude, your mindset, and your focus. You can choose to look at the positive instead of the negative. You can choose to grow from setbacks instead of feeling sad for yourself. You can choose to move on from the past and leave the bad things and negative people in life behind instead of being stuck in the same place. All right, I'm going to read it one more time and just think about what that could mean for you or what things stick out to you. And then I'll ask you to maybe share something that stuck out to you. All right, you can't control everything that happens around you. Neither should you run away from problems in your life. What you can control is your attitude, your mindset, and your focus. You can choose to look at the positive instead of the negative. You can choose to grow from the setbacks instead of feeling sad for yourself. You can choose to move on from the past and leave the bad things and negative people in life behind instead of being stuck in the same place. So does anybody have, I'm going to leave that up there so you can kind of read it, but does anybody have something that maybe stuck out to you, or, something that maybe you are struggling with or doing really well at, or, just something about what that might mean? Oh my land, so my computer just totally froze. I'm hoping that you heard all of that or any of that. But I'm going to put that back up there again. And then, okay. All right. So just let me know maybe what you think about that or anything that sticks out to you. If you have anything, you can just unmute yourselves and let me know. Okay, well, something that stuck out to me in this, let's see. Okay. Something that stuck out to me in this was that it says choose so many times. It says, like, you can choose your attitude, you can control it, you can choose to walk away from negative people, you can, basically you are in control and no one else is. Regardless of what happens to you, you're in control of the way that you react to it. That's something that I kind of have had kind of a hard time with, because it has been, like a lot of things happen that you feel like you can't control. And there's a lot of things that you can't control, but you can take what you can't, take what you can control, which is the way you react to it, and just make it kind of helping it make you a better person, I guess. Anybody else have anything to share with this little paragraph?
Yeah, I'll say something. So I really like how it just is like, you choose who you be around, and the people that, you're around, and, is how you'll kind of see life. So what I take from that is my family is really negative. They just are really negative about life. They complain a lot and stuff like that. So it's been really hard to like distance myself from them. But I've noticed in the past like couple months, I haven't distanced myself from them, but I just like really noticed like the different way that I think about life. And it's because of things like this. Like they complain like about just every little thing, and I've just noticed that I'm like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, and I just, like Jess said, I choose to let like the little things that they make a big deal out about not be a big thing, and I'm so much happier because of that. And like even in my marriage, it's the same thing. Like the little things that my husband and I would argue about and like used to make a big deal about, we just don't anymore, because I, for one, choose not to make it a big deal in the relationship. And by me doing that, it's made our marriage a lot stronger. So I think, and it can pertain to business, but I think just the happier you are in general, the better, more well-rounded your life will be in your business, your personal life, and stuff like that. So
yeah, definitely. Well, and I think it's really important to think about that this doesn't have just to do with your business. Like obviously we're here because we're all working towards one thing in our business, but this has so much to do with our lives. And I think this is something that kind of brings us together, because this business is such a positive place to be, which is awesome. So we can all be positive together and kind of create that energy, and it helps us go in other aspects of our lives. I feel like from creating this positive energy, I can be a better wife and a better mom and a better leader in other aspects other than the business, as well as the business. So it's really been helpful for me. All right. Does anybody else have anything?
Yeah, definitely. Same here.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything to go along with this? Okay, awesome. Right. Okay, so now what I want you to do is, if you have a pen and paper, awesome. If not, just be thinking of something in your mind. I would recommend to grab something so that you can write this down. But take a minute and think about some things that make you truly happy, and just write them down in a list. These can be things that, maybe it's your family, doing things with your family. Maybe it's traveling. Maybe it's, getting your nails done makes you happy. It can be any level of happiness, anything that makes you happy. It helps you have a positive day. So I'm just going to kind of give you a minute to think about a few things that really make you happy in your life, and, incorporate your business and your marriage and other aspects as well too. I have this, what I'm doing this little devotional out of is the happiness planner, something I got over a year ago. And it basically is a daily planner of ways to help you be more happy in your life and bring that happiness and positivity to you. So I have mine from last year, and then I just restarted, and just seeing even the differences of the way I think about what makes me happy is incredible. All right, so if you have a list of things that are, things that make you happy, I'll share a couple of mine. Spending time with my family was one. Exercising makes me feel happy. Motivating other people, traveling, getting my hair and nails done. I mean, it can be any level of things that are just bringing some happiness and positivity into your life. So when you think about these things, then I want you to kind of write a number next to them. So we're going to rate them from 1 to 10, and they're each one is individual. So you're just going to think about how happy does this make you? Maybe does it make you moderately happy, which would be about 5, or does it make you extremely happy, which would be a 10, and just kind of rate your happiness level on each of these things. Think about how happy they make you. Okay, if anybody has anyone that you want to share, you're more than welcome to, about something that makes you happy. Okay.
I can share some of mine. Mine are, so, okay, so can you still hear me? Mine are just in my notes on my phone, so I just have to go back and forth. Okay, so my family obviously is like huge to me. I have like talking to Tim every day, like that's huge. Drew, huh? August 2nd. Yay! He does he does? When I texted him today, I'm like, now you make sure you ask that doctor about oh my God. The dentist that is long there's no abscess. Okay, good. Sorry. No, you're good. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, so talking to Tim, and then planning for our future. So Tim and I right now we're talking about buying a house when he gets home, and just talking about basically how this business is just gonna just give us the future that we want. So that's another one. Eyelash extensions. And then this business, and just the business aspect of it is just helping others. So helping people on my team become, get what they want and reach their goals out of this business. So those are mine.
That's awesome. Well, and it can be an ever-growing list too, because you think of new things all the time that you're just like, I mean, that does make me happy. It could be taking a walk or, whatever. There are so many things like that. So, okay. So now that we have a list of a few things, and it doesn't really matter how many are on your list, and you're rating them personally for yourself, now we're going to make another list of things that make you unhappy. This seems kind of crazy, but they're going to be, it could be anything that kind of brings you down. When you feel like you're in a positive place and you're like so motivated and so excited and ready to, work this business, ready to be a good mom or a good wife or, whatever. And some of these things just kind of bring you down. And, so we're going to think about for a minute a few things that kind of are difficult. just give a couple minutes for this because I don't want to make you unhappy, but and I will share a couple of mine. Some things that make me unhappy are, maybe your kids are being super crazy and it's just overwhelming feeling. Any problems with money make me super overwhelmed. As far as my business, it makes me unhappy when people quit or don't believe in themselves. Every time I get a no, it makes me unhappy. And then I personally, it makes me unhappy at month end. I get really frazzled and overwhelmed and crazy. So as you're writing down this list of things that make you unhappy, start thinking also about how much it affects you. So we're going to do the same kind of rating list from 1 to 10. How much does that affect you? Is it just like a little tiny bump in the road, or is it something that's like completely throws off your balance and you feel like you can't go on, and how much does it affect you in your life? And then as well, while you're doing that, think about also if it's something that can be changed or if it's just something that's going to happen. Okay, so this can be an ongoing list as well, and I'm going to move on because we're getting a little short on time. But, all right, I'm going to share my screen again. All right, so we made a list of what makes you happy and what makes you unhappy. And this is a list that I absolutely love. This is 10 rules to live by for those who want to live a positive life. So I'm going to read these out loud and maybe be thinking about if this is something that you do really well or if this is something that you struggle with while I'm reading them. First one is be comfortable in your own skin. Number 2, appreciate what you have and never compare yourself to others. Number 3, see the positive in every situation. Number 4, let go of your need to control. Number 5, drop the resentment within. Number 6, live in the moment. Number 7, avoid overanalyzing. Number 8, stop worrying about your future. Number 9, drop your ego and be true. And number 10, have an open mind. So I'm going to leave that up on the screen. And just think about if this is something that you maybe struggle with or are trying to get better at, or if it's something that you do really well. If anyone wants to share, I would love to hear a little bit about, whether it's something you do well or something you're struggling with or maybe trying to figure out. I can go first really quick. This is something that I feel like I need a little bit of help on all of these, but the ones that really stuck out to me as of lately are number 4 and number 6. So let go of your need to control and live in the moment. Those are things that, to me, in my life, they kind of go together because, I forever have just felt like it is so irresponsible to live in the moment and to feel like you can, do the things you've always wanted to do. I've always been taught that is super irresponsible, that we always need to prepare and plan and figure out exactly what needs to happen, and and stuff like that. So I personally, sorry, I have a cold and I'm just like, horrible. Okay. So I personally, like, now that I have a little bit more financial freedom, which is fantastic, I've almost felt like I thought about all these dreams and all these cool things I could do when I got to this point, and I feel almost like I'm like, okay, well, hold it back. Like, stop doing anything, because you need to prepare for the future. What if this happens? What if that happens? And I'm living in a world of what ifs. And so I feel like, that's something that I struggle with, and I've been trying to figure out is, feeling like it's okay to live in the moment, feeling like it's okay to take a little bit of time for yourself, or do the things that you've always dreamed of. You put them up on your dream board. Why would you hold yourself back from doing that? And no matter what situation you're in, maybe you have more freedom of time, or maybe you don't have so much freedom. You still need to be able to figure out how to live in the moment and let go of having everything go perfect all the time, and just kind of let go. So those are the two that really stuck out to me. Anybody else have any that stuck out to you that you are really doing well at, or not doing super well at?
Okay, so I'll share one. One that I'm like not good at is avoid overanalyzing. I am like a super control freak, and I didn't really notice that I was until I started this business. But I am like a super control freak, and so when I'm like planning something, or like planning a promotion, or maybe just trying to get remotivated and reorganized about how I'm going to run my business, I sit and overanalyze it for like days. And I sit and I think, okay, well, I feel like I have to have this plan in place for me to even like start working again. So then I sit for like days and I think about, okay, well, I'm going to start doing this on Instagram, and this for my team, and this, instead of just like having the idea and doing it and just going with it and not thinking about it. So that's like one of my the ones that I have the most trouble with, and I've noticed that lately, and so I'm really, really working on that. But the one that I have like the easiest time with is and it's really surprising, because so the one I have it is see the positive in every situation. I never used to be positive about anything out all. Like before I started this business, it was like we were so poor, and I would almost just like not hope, but just like be waiting for something else to be like to come up, like our car breakdown, or it was like just one string of bad things that would happen to us. And with being so broke, it was just so hard, and so I was just never really positive, and I was just like, if something had happened, I would just be like, oh well, it's not going to last very long or whatever. So but like doing personal development and starting this business, and like just me myself growing, I am completely 100% positive about everything. Like if something negative happens, I'll take a moment. Like if I get a no, I'll take a moment and just be like, well, that really, really sucks. But then I'll just be like, okay, well, now I need to talk to 10 more people and before I can get a yes, or I need to go talk to this many more people until I get a yes, So I always just take a moment for myself, and I'm sad or I'm mad or whatever, and then I just move on. And I think that's so important, to take time for yourself and feel those feelings out, because it's natural to have those feelings. It's okay for you to be mad at someone on your team if they're not working anymore, or it's okay to be sad or mad that someone was so rude to you about what you do for a living. That's okay, and just feel those feelings and express them, but don't hold on to them. Just do your 2 minutes of whatever you need, mad, whatever, and then get over it. And because you can't control it, so get over it and just be positive. So
yeah, and I mean, I think it's good too to kind of look through this list and think about the things that you're good at. I feel like I also, am able to see the positive in most situations, and that has changed with this business as well. There's so many things on this list that I feel like I struggle with that, who knows, in the next little while, maybe I may be really good at. So does anybody else have anything to share, something you're struggling with or really good at? Okay, I'm going to share one more thing on this list that I thought would be really good for the team. Which one was it? Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit about having an open mind. This is something that I kind of had to think about for a minute and think about what it meant and how it could pertain to our business. And what I wrote down was, don't be so concerned about people with different views, with different things, different ways they think about things, different ways they work their business, maybe different. Maybe they have a different religious view or all those things, political view or whatever, all these things that you're just like, oh, I don't know. I think sometimes we get so judgy about things. So really having an open mind to all sorts of people. And I feel like this could really go along with our business in the sense that you are going to attract people that are like you. So if you can have more of an open mind about everyone and, accept everyone else and be a little bit more positive about everything, I think that's going to be really good. That's something that I feel like I have a pretty open mind, but I feel like I want to attract other people with really open minds and that can really bring a broad perspective and, a lot of different people onto the team. And, I think that one's really cool. Positive about change and stuff like that. So all right, so that list is awesome. I will send it to you if you want to read over it a little bit more. But I think this will be really good. So I wanted to close this. I'm going to keep these to about a half hour. So I want to close this with a quote or two. So this is one I really, really like. It says, wake up every morning and feel excited for what you'll be doing, who you'll be meeting, and who you're becoming. Does anybody have any thoughts on that or what they think that might mean? All right. Well, to me, I love this one because this has a lot to do with my mantra that I do every day. Just waking up and feeling like right in the morning that you can be so positive and so excited about everything that's going on. Just think about, like, I almost lay in bed in the morning for a minute and just think about how excited I am because I'm excited to help new people. I'm excited to tell new people about the products. I'm excited to motivate people. I'm excited for whatever adventure I have planned for that day. It makes me really excited. And I get ready, like, in the very bright and early in the morning, I can already feel that excitement, and it really helps me go throughout that day, So I think that's what it really means for me. I'm going to read one more, and then we'll close this up. All right, surround yourself with people that reflect who you want to be and how you want to feel. Your energies are contagious. And I added the hashtag, your vibe attracts your tribe. And I think this group, right, having this little devotional and taking some time for us and really spending some time on personal development with people who are that positive and are, that list of 10 things that lead to a positive life. So many of us have struggles in some areas and strengths in some areas, and we all can balance each other out and really help bring that positivity and everything into our life. So I'm going to read that one more time. Surround yourself with people that reflect who you want to be and how you want to feel. Energies are contagious. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I love that so much. And I love that all of you got onto this devotional, and I think it's going to be really important and really cool for our team. It has a lot to do with our business, but a lot to do with just our lives. I mean, in order to do this business, it takes so much just positive energy, and as excited and positive as we can be, our business is going to grow. So I love getting together with all of you, and I think we are going to be doing this every Monday. So I would love to have any of you on and invite your teams. This is going to be really good to kind of help us learn together and be more positive. So if anybody has anything to add at the end, feel free. All right. Well, it was super awesome to hear from all of you and learn a little bit more about what makes us happy and unhappy, and just think about that for the next week. Everything that makes you happy, where it rates, and how, if something makes you unhappy, is it something that can be changed and that you can maybe look on in a more positive light, or even change it entirely, or just change your view. So, all right, you guys, thank you for coming. I will record this if your teams want to listen to it as well. All right, later, guys.